But one day, an incident occurred that changed everything. One day, an old man from the village Kala Khan knocked on Haji Mahmud's door. They had once been childhood friends, but a dispute over a piece of land had turned them into enemies. For 40 years they hadn't seen each other's faces, but that day, Kala Khan had tears in his eyes at Mahmud. "I have come to seek justice for my son." "Speak, Kala. If you've come for God's sake, then my heart is ready to listen." Kala Khan claimed that Haji Mahmud's nephew Yasir had tried to defame his daughter. There was little evidence, but the pain and truth in Kala Khan's eyes were undeniable. Haji Mahmud felt like a stone had fallen on his heart. On one side was justice, on the other, his own blood. That night, Haji Mahmud prayed alone in the mosque. He wept for a long time in prostration, pleading, "O Allah, grant me a decision that is yours, not mine." In the morning, the entire village gathered. Haji Mahmud stood before them and declared, "My nephew is guilty. He will apologize in front of the village elders, and Kala Khan's daughter will be given her due respect and right." The village fell into silence. Yasir's mother began wailing. Yasir burst into tears and fell at Haji Sahib's feet. But the story did not end there. A few days later, Kala Khan returned, but this time he was silent. In his hands was an old diary. "This belongs to your late brother. I found it recently. In it he wrote that the land over which we had our dispute was never yours. It was mine. You did not win it. You were misled in inheritance. I knew the truth, but I wanted revenge." Hearing this, Haji Mahmud's face turned pale. It felt as if someone had squeezed the life out of his heart. 40 years of righteousness, justice, and truth, and the foundation had been a lie. The next morning it was announced in the mosque, "Haji Mahmud will no longer give judgments." People tried to stop him, but he remained silent. A few months later, Haji Sahib passed away. But his grave had only one line engraved on the stone: "I stood for truth, but the foundation was false. May Allah accept my judgments." To this day, the village remembers Haji Mahmud. His final verdict is a testimony to his character, an elder who rose above himself for the sake of justice. His pain and honesty are still written on the walls of the village.